silence is a quality universally respected throughout the various traditions of the world. It's said to bring purification, transformation and healing, and some even believe that silence itself expresses the higher forces in the material world. In this video, I'm going to attempt to put the magic of silence into words. Silent retreats and periods of complete silence are used in order to give our mind and our body a time to recover from the outside influences of the world. It's an opportunity to process, to rebalance and to move back into harmony. Likewise, during these times of silence, once things have settled, you may be able to tune into, to sense things that amongst the noise of day-to-day life remain invisible. In this video, however, I would like to focus on silence as a training tool, as a method of self-transformation, of evolution. If we take a vow, if you put on the dark cloak of silence, if we ensure that from this moment onwards we will only speak when necessary, we will only let words which are true come forth, we will only allow positive, good motives to bring words into the world, then we put into place a powerful, transformative discipline. By only speaking when necessary, when useful, and when kind, we feel like we're filtering our words, but we actually start to filter ourselves. This practice allows us to meet ourselves in a way that nothing else does. Because we no longer have a means to express ourselves verbally, our genuine intentions need to be put into practice. This means we need to use actions, not words. Now, this can be very empowering for some people. Some people use so much of their energy on words, talking about their hobbies, talking about the things they want to do, that they find there's little left to actually apply themselves to these things. Those people will find this practice a beautiful, regenerating practice. Others will find this practice very interesting in the sense that without their words, they will have to find creative ways to express themselves. So, for example, if we want to make a time very special, if we want to arrange a meal with someone we love, without words, we need to find a means to actually make that different, to actually express this in a material sense. Often, when we first take on a vow like this, we feel like we've lost a lot. People talk about the things they wish to be associated with. People who want to be seen as good people express good intentions in their words. People who want to be seen as powerful people express power and strength in their words. Without those words, you will only be judged on what you really are. So you will find at first you feel disempowered, or that your place in the world is no longer what it was. But then you will find that these urges to express yourself or to create an image which originally dominated your voice transform into genuine expressions and express themselves in your actions. You can only be seen as being good as a person by being good. You can only be seen as being powerful by expressing that powerful excellence in every action that you make. This way, your truth can start to shine forth. You can live your truth in a way that you never could before. You can let go of your status and grasp who you always wanted to be. And you will find that this trade is well worth the price. When you cease useless speech, you no longer devalue the currency. So people will listen to you in a way they never did before, because subconsciously they will know that when you speak, it is something of value and something of use. You have thought things through and you are saying something which is necessary, useful, and has a good, strong intention behind it. By keeping this practice, you will evolve your mind in a way that no other discipline can. In fact, the Pythagoreans believed that silence was the highest attainment for someone in a body. Because in order to maintain a tranquil, thoughtful silence, and only to speak when your words are better than the message silence gives, you need to have great restraint and a universal awareness, making sure that you no sooner let a word slip without considering what you're going to say than you would throw a stone without looking where it may land. Now, I talked about the evolution of the mind through silence, and mentioned that we should make sure that our words were only those which were better than the silence itself. But what of the silence? And what does this silence express? If you take such a vow as I mention, and you make this a discipline in your life, make sure that your silence is one which is warm and kind, like the silence between friends. Make sure that your silence expresses a want to listen to someone, a want to observe every nuance, every detail of life. Ensure that your silence is far away from a cold, aloof silence of superiority, but rather embrace the good intentions, making sure that your silence says that you care so much about the person before you that you wish to listen to each and every word they say. These are the great lessons that silence contains, allowing you to gain the control and the strength that you need to be the person you were always destined to be.